millions and millions of tons. And the pitch lake is where when you dig up some of the pitch, overnight it replenishes itself. So it's an unending source of one of the best road building material in the world. That is something that we could trade in and export to Bangladesh. And we have already technically proven that it is a superior road building material used in Germany on the Autobahn and in the UK and so on. And that's an area to explore.
So actually, as you know, Bangladesh is developing its infrastructure like anything. Infrastructure is our first priority now. Right. We have already built the longest bridge, just inaugurated few days back by our Honorable Prime Minister. We are developing Dhaka-Chittagong Highway into several lanes. We are enlarging or widening all the road network throughout the country. So in this time, it is the right time to work with pitch or bitumen. As you said, it is the main raw materials for road construction. So it has a market in Bangladesh. So any investor or any exporter from Trinidad and Tobago, they can contract with Bangladeshi buyers and they can easily export this one. And I would like to humbly request my audience, those who are just watching this nice show today, if you are working with road or construction, so please communicate with Trinidad and Tobago, the businessmen from there. You can collect, if you can collect the raw materials with $1 less price than your current price, then it will give you extra mileage. Thank you very much, sir. In this connection, I would like to add one thing: how we can ensure proper coordination or proper engagement between the businesses of Bangladesh and Trinidad and Tobago. What are your recommendations? I would like to listen from Ambassador first, then coming to you, sir.
Well, one of the things I would encourage and look forward to after having this discussion with you, Mr. Abdin, is now going to be, and hopefully when we set up the next episode, we can get a couple of your major exporters, so to speak, because I believe one of the things is conversation between your importers and exporters that would highlight or expose new and viable products. While yourself and Mr. Nandwal was speaking also, about the asphalt or pitch, as you put it, I also, have good connections in the aggregate industry because they go hand in hand with respect to the building of infrastructure. The only problem I foresee, and we must recognize as one of the major drawbacks.
So I have another counter question with this one before you start this time. So my question is, which products from Trinidad and Tobago Bangladeshi importers can import and make profit? Could you please explain?
Well, okay, sure. What I have read in our GDP report and that sort of thing with the existing relationship we have with Bangladesh, I noted that it was mostly clothing and textiles to date. There were things like the clothing, the t-shirts, the singlets, the vests, cotton knitted items, trousers and that sort of thing. But, I wanted to, while we can continue along those lines, I wanted to open up the market a little bit more in that I see so much more coming out of Bangladesh that is needed. Hence the reason I was suggesting when we got disconnected is discussions between the importers and exporters from Bangladesh. We will speak to our industry of commerce here in Trinidad, and we would identify a couple of exporters and importers also, so that in our next session, and I'm praying that we do have continued discussions, and we can speak one-on-one with your exporters and our exporters and identify different products. We already established the clothing and textiles. but as you heard, we were mentioning with Mr. Nandlal, because we are a great service sector also, and that is a great contributor to our GDP. So if we can manufacture things for Bangladesh and ship it back to Bangladesh, that's one way. But as for hard products, I want to further try to explore the possibility of setting up a small manufacturing plant here that would include the sanitary napkins further. And it falls in line with what I do and represent also with the women's empowerment, gender equality, and things like that under the SDGs. We can manufacture the napkins, for, they call it, a pad poverty. We can also manufacture and supply school uniforms for young ladies and things like that, which also we are providing labor, we are answering to the SDGs and things like that. Also, the shipping industry, I would like to look at things that we can do together because of our location. It's of a really primary focus between importers and exporters because of our geographic location. We are the gateway, within South America, Latin America, and that sort of thing. And we are very, very close to the United States also, right, by way of our location. So if you can further, talk to and identify the producers of these items and these services, and we can continue to explore talks on that, I would be very, very happy.
I have a good news for you. One of my former colleagues, he is currently producing these sanitary napkins from the jute, the leftover garments. So from that leftover garments, he is currently producing this sanitary napkin. He is selling it among the garment worker, the ladies who are working in the garments and the middle class family. And he is also exporting to Great Britain. So I obviously link you with him, and hopefully he is also a Sussex graduate as well as he is also a fellow of United States Department of Foreign Affairs. He completed his second master over there. So I hope you will get your right partner over there. Please
very good. Very good. So we can certainly look at that. It depends on how he wants to look at it, because we can, again, work together and set up the manufacturing plant here in Trinidad to service all of Latin America and the CARICOM, right, of which we are about 13 to 16 islands, right? And then because, again, of our geographic location, we can now export to the US and, the nearby larger countries. So if he wants to set up the small machinery for the textile processing, we can certainly explore the pads and the uniforms. Or if it's easier to bring it to us already done, and then we can export it here, that can be explored also. Again, this is a topic of discussion that importer to exporter should have. We can just lay the foundation for them, and then we let them run with it. So we can also look at, because I was looking at the items that you all have here, and I see cars and that sort of thing. For the most part of it, our imports of cars and things like that had come from the US and Japan and things like that.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to your knowledge partner, Developing Bangladesh. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to your knowledge partner.